Simon? Simon, he just ran away. I don't know where Simon went. You're blaming me? I didn't kill Simon. I didn't kill Simon at all. I didn't kill Simon at all. What's up, guys? I'm back, and today we are going to be playing another horror game, and this one is called Her Story. Now, I saw this on the Steam front page store page, whatever it's called, and I was pretty interested, so I wanted to try it out. So let's get straight into it. Sounds like a computer starting up. Oh, that's what it looks like it is. That's what it looks like. Is that me in the reflection? That's weird. Okay, wait. You are logged in as authentication guest. Enter query to access achieved footage. Search terms, murder. Alright, we really got thrown in. What is going on? Should we play the first one? It's only 11 seconds.
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
Okay, that didn't show us much, really. Yeah, that didn't show us much. What are these on the side? A bunch of yapping. Oh, type in the word route into the search field. To store a clip for later reference, click add to session. Also, if you wish to add additional tags, that's a lot of... Here's the database. I filed a Freedom of Information form to get you guest access. Everything seems to work. They transferred the videos of the original tapes in 1999, and then the Y2K thing hit, and they got mothballed. No one has touched them since. I couldn't find the server with the detective's footage on. Possibly those tapes got damaged when the old archives were flooded in 97, but figured this would be enough. Take your time, SB. So we're trying to look for certain tapes? Is that what you're telling me? Okay, this one's 12 seconds.
Yeah, that's me. But February? I mean, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Alright, we got February. I know I didn't spell that right. And Simone. Simone and February. And something that matters for some reason. Okay, we're gonna store that clip. Let's see this one. This one's 7 seconds.
I didn't murder Simon.
She didn't do it, guys.
You've got the wrong person.
For some reason, I don't believe her. That one doesn't seem too important. That's just her saying, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Like, it's like Drake saying, I don't like Millie Bobby Brown.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now, please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other, just that, stories.
That one didn't seem that important. She was just saying a story. So now if we search, all right, let's search Simon. Let's search Simeon. Oh, now we have a lot more. Wait, 61 entries found. Accuracy limit to 5 entries. Oh, okay. I thought I was gonna have to sweat through that many entries. I was gonna be like, this is gonna be 10-hour playthrough, guys. All right, what's this one?
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work, mirror making, feature windows, artistic things, really beautiful things.
Okay, I really didn't need to know that he made windows. Like, that wasn't that important.
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build. He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. I bought a photo. They said a spring photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome. That's one I have.
Okay, that might be important. Photo of Simon. Simon. Okay, next one.
It's the Rockington Arms, The Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
That felt important, but like not at the same time. I don't know.
Yes, there's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games, climb the tower, save the princess, that kind of thing.
He plays games? What's an Amstrad? What is that? Editor, put a definition of Amstrad, because I have no idea what that is.
Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next?
Okay, none of those. February. Wait, how do you spell February? Yeah, get on with it. I need to know how to... February. Oh, look, another clip. What's this one?
Well, I don't know. I probably had to pop out and get something. That's why I was speeding. And that wouldn't have been noted on my timesheet. But I really can't remember back to February.
She was speeding. That might be important. Speeding. That's a session. Now if we speed... Oh look, a new one.
You must be desperate for leads if you're getting hung up over 6-month-old speeding tickets.
Alright, that really didn't lead to anything. Dang it. Photo of Simon. What if we search up just... What do these buttons do? Oh, carry history. What if we search a photo? Interesting. We're getting somewhere, guys. We're getting somewhere. 37 seconds.
He doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar down here near his stomach. past his hip.
And then past that is his penis.
That was before, a long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though. He takes them off with the camera. But he needs them to see properly. You know, he has to read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not book so much, or watching TV. He likes TV.
Okay, that was just his glasses. Like, doesn't really matter, I feel like.
Yeah, we were 17.
Wait, did she have that tattoo? Oh, she's been wearing long sleeves. Oh, yeah, she had that tattoo. Never mind.
Yeah, we were 17. It was a nice wedding, people said.
They got married at 17?
Simon
Dang.
looked handsome in the photos. His parents paid for everything, but he's an only child, so it was important to them.
Well, yeah, what do you think he was going to
It
pay
what they
with at
called
17?
A shotgun wedding, but if you looked at the photos, you couldn't tell. The dress was beautiful. It looked like Princess Diana's. The train wasn't quite as long though. There's a great photo of the bridesmaid helping to carry it out of the car.
She didn't seem too happy about the wedding, it seems like. But that really doesn't matter. Okay, what if we go back to the Simon? Maybe there was something I missed. Simon.
There's an Amstrad one.
Amstrad. What is an Amstrad? Amstrad. Well, that's the only video. Maybe it was important some kind of way. Because she says some names. No, I don't think it was this one, actually. I think it was another one. Shut up. No, I...
Oh my
God.
I
didn't mean to quit.
It's the Rockington Arms. The Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan.
Okay, Rockington Arms. The Rock, maybe? Maybe if I just do that. I should save this. The Rock, Rockington Arms, Peter and Susan at the session. It was this one, right? Okay, The Rock. Oh, here we go. We got some more juicy stuff.
It was Friday evening. We had an argument.
Okay.
On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job. He didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at The Rock. That's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come see you. His parents haven't heard anything either.
All right, so Friday night, that was important. Friday night he left. I think he just ran away from you. I'm like trying to think of this, like you're just crazy. I think maybe you killed him or something. I don't know. So Friday night he left missing. I guess we could put that because we kind of knew that but kind of didn't. What's this one? This is new.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I guess The Rock. You've spoken to everyone there. Someone must have seen where he went. I don't know. So many things could have gone wrong.
She keeps mentioning this rock place. Like, what does it...
No one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago. Someone knew from The Rock.
The Rock, again. You see what I mean? Okay, maybe Peter this time. Maybe if we search up the name Peter. Only brought up then. Susan? Only brought up then. Wait, what? These are new? I just pressed enter on nothing.
Black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
Shut up! Ain't no one likes you, bruh.
My name is Hannah. Hannah.
Gotcha.
It's palindrome.
It's what?
It reads the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work from Merrick though. It's not quite symmetrical, but well, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith. I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
31 Gladstone Street. That might be important. That's their address. Gladstone Street. Might be important. We should add that. Now this one.
A mobile phone? Yeah. Well, they have one for the Glaziers, but it's only for work. I can't remember the number. It's in the kitchen. I saw it plugged into its charging cradle.
That feels important, but not at the same time. I'm gonna save it just in case. Mobile phone. Alright, so the important one here. 31 Gladstone Street. 31 Gladstone Street. That's the only time she mentions it. Maybe mobile phone? Only time she mentions it. Let's use our big brains to think. Maybe argument. The word... argument. You see? It's not the first time she said argument. There we go. There has to be multiple arguments, maybe.
I think he spoke to Helen.
Who's
He was
Helen?
upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said. He likes Helen. He likes blondes.
Alright, so I sense a bit of jealousy here. Maybe you killed him because you think he was after Helen? Maybe?
He left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock.
Wait, that was important. 8 o'clock. That should be important, I think. So let's first Helen, because Helen seems like an important name. Nope, I guess not. What if we search up her name? It was kind of weird that she spelled her name. Oh my god, what is going on here? Okay, we found a lot. Okay, she's tweaking, guys.
What are you doing talking about Eve?
Who's Eve? Who's Eve? Why do I feel like that was Morse code? I don't know Morse code though. Alright, that's interesting. Okay, Eve. Eve was important. And I just remember this from the other video, so I'm just gonna put it here. Smith. Her last name is Smith. So Eve and Smith. So something about Eve is important. What's this?
Yes.
She's
My name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
You see, that's important. She said Smith, but what's this one?
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence.
Florence.
When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help.
Wait, what?
I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead, but I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
Wait, what did we find? Florence. Florence, like, midwife might be an important word there too. She said something about, like, the fact that Hannah's not her, in a way? Is that what I'm understanding here? This is so confusing, but like making sense at the same time. Okay, Florence is...
She recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a dollhouse.
Why is she using her name in the third
She
person?
hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
Okay, why is she using... I'm gonna add that just third person. I'm gonna just add, like, why is she talking about herself in the third person? So this one, Eve. Eve wasn't important. Eve. Who is Eve?
Well, my friend Eve.
Your friend?
I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it. I mean, really hate her sometimes.
Wait, she's your friend since childhood. Is this like a double personality thing? Does she have dual personalities? Because at one point she's saying Eve is like my friend, and then the other clip she's saying Hannah, like she's not Hannah. Okay, let's keep on going. This is interesting.
We'd fight. We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater.
Dang.
There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach, and I held her head under, and I kept it under.
Why is she admitting this to the police?
For a moment, just wanted to kill her and watch her drown. But that was it. It was just a moment. We made up after. It was a love-hate relationship.
What do you mean that was a love-hate relationship? You try to kill your friend or yourself because I don't know who Eve is. I'm so confused.
Police station. Yeah, when I was young. We ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing. And
Bob Dylan.
We could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him.
Oh, I think it's a singer.
Taxi driver we paid to drop us off. I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth.
Portsmouth.
Picked me up from the station, but I blamed everything on my friend Eve. So my parents let me off.
Okay, there was two things. Bob Dylan, that might not be as important, and Portsmouth, where she grew up, that might be important. What's this? 6
My mother
seconds.
called me Eve.
There it is! There it is! She's Eve and Hannah. She's both. Oh my gosh. Maybe Hannah is married to the husband, right? And Eve is like her double personality that's not married to a husband, and she gets jealous of herself, which is her double personality, which makes no sense, but kind of makes sense in a way. I knew it. I knew there was something weird about that. Okay, so the first thing I want to search up, maybe Smith. That's something interesting I want to search up. Okay, she doesn't mention her last name. Florence. Oh, Florence is important.
Florence took me home with her. Mother had been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up, take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
Unless they're twins? Whoa, who? Okay, the light keeps flickering and the face keeps appearing, but I don't know who that is. Okay, Florence Is Florence the mother? I'm confused. They might be twins, but I doubt it. I feel like it's double personalities.
Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight. It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby, carrying in supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different. I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road. I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror. She was me.
Okay, that might have been confirmation. Confirmation right there. Double personalities? Question mark. You know, like, I'm starting to get it, but, like, this one's a minute.
She was a warm, kind person. But she was broken, I guess.
Broken? What do you mean?
When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it. Older papers, letters, that kind of thing. Her story wasn't there. I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand, I guess. I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family, but her husband died in the war. And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s. But, I mean, I guess it was different then. You know, you married for life and she felt she could never marry again. I guess it was harder, a war widow. One of the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know.
I feel like there wasn't too much interesting, but one word I do want to search, because that's the second time she's mentioned the diary. Maybe there's something important about the diary.
It was just me and her. It was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try when he came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
Okay, that one felt like it had something, but not too much. So, third person, we had that. Florence midwife. I want to see if she said midwife at any point. No, that was the only times. Third person, Bob Dylan, Portsmouth. Bob Dylan, I feel like, is not going to show up anywhere else. Yeah, Portsmouth. Really? That's the only time she says her hometown? I feel like that would have been important. Diary. Diary is another important one. There we go. Now we got more. What's this one?
No,
24 seconds.
Diary. That's my thing.
Oh, now you keep a diary?
I've kept one, well, as long as I can remember, since I was a girl. It helps make sense of my day. And when you're forced to put something into words, it just gives you perspective. Everyone's on the same page.
Okay.
When I was 8, Mother died.
Oh.
She slipped down the stairs. It was an accident. I had read a diary at that point and I knew she wasn't my real mother.
Hold
So I
on.
burned the diary that day and I left. Walked out and across the street.
Whoa. Okay, why is there police sirens next to me now? What is going on? Am I her? I'm so confused. Okay, mother is important there. Mother and mother's death. I feel like it's important because she doesn't... Why does she mention that now?
It just became our way of life. We would swap places and take it in turns to do things. And we were very careful. Whoever had been out that day would come back and write a detailed diary so that we were on the same page. We had a list of rules that said what we could and couldn't do in any given situation. It was exhaustive. We lived a second life through those rules. Rules for things that could only ever happen inside our imaginations. We would consider all the permutations of future events and agree rules to walk our way through them.
I don't know if that was important. Okay, but one that wasn't mother. Mother, we got to find out what happened to the mom. Oh, these are completely new clips. She's wearing red. 17 seconds.
There's a girl and she's staring out of the window. She's sad. She's trapped. She's here. She's looking out the window because her mother won't let her out.
Whoa, trapped. Okay. The mom had her trapped, maybe, when she was little?
It's Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince. And Mother Gothel is furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. So she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind. But she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much?
It's a happy ending. I just got an achievement for that.
I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby. We were going to call her Sarah.
Wait, we were gonna have a kid?
Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana, but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
Sarah and maybe Ava. I spelled Sarah wrong. Sarah and maybe Ava. That might be important.
Well, she wasn't my real mother, but she raised me. Do you want to take a story? It's a real-life fairy tale.
I don't know what threw me off about her saying fairy tale. Maybe I'm just reading into everything because of the game, but I'm just adding that in case I want another word to search up. Okay, so trapped. That's something I want to search. Trapped. Does she say trapped again? Oh, yeah, look. A minute.
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it. I mean, they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there. It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale, little furniture, the lights work, mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it, invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all, passports, diaries, and gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
I feel like that's not that important. Okay, Sarah or Ava? Sarah was important. That was her kid. That's not how you spell Sarah. That's really the only time she's mentioned it. How about Ava? Because even though that was the name they were choosing, fairy tale maybe? Oh, look at that. Fairy tale was important.
Sorry. The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children. I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me. Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it. Are any of these in colour?
Okay, wait, that's another time she mentioned it. Rapunzel. R-A-P-U-N-Z-E-L. R-A-P-U-N-Z-E-L. I feel like, I know she told the story earlier, but it could be important for other things maybe.
And the Glaziers. I worked there some weekends and Simon had a part-time
Glazers?
job there too. That was Eric's generosity. He was always good at helping out other people's children. Simon was quiet, more thoughtful than the other boys. Even then, he had a sense of craftsmanship. Wasn't always rushing stuff. Boys that age are just running around like headless chickens most of the time. You know? Plus, he had that look. He looked like a fairy tale prince from one of my books.
Okay, that was important because what she said at the beginning. Glaciers,
The glaziers.
where they worked, and Eric. That's a new name. I feel like we heard that
And the
name actually.
glaziers.
Glaziers. Glaziers? I think, yeah, that's how you spell it.
And the glaziers.
Glaziers, yeah. So that is important.
Simon never cheated on me. He
Good
was
to hear.
devoted to me, and I was devoted to him. Nothing in life is easy. We were good to each other. Life isn't a fairy tale. You do what you can.
Okay.
Fairy tales. Stories about lost princesses, evil witches, magical mirrors and lost children. So you see, even before I knew the truth, I'd found it in those stories.
Okay. Let's search up Rapunzel. There's more. 8 seconds.
Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that card again?
That's weird.
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
Hair. Hold up. They found hair? Maybe that's important.
We were obsessed with fairy tales. Not just the pretty ones, but the traditional ones. They were dark and real, bizarre and violent. Felt like life. We had this huge old book that I think Mum must have bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them. They were in colour, shiny plates. At the front of the book was an index of illustrations. We read that more than the actual stories. We'd read aloud the captions and flip between the pictures. There was something intimate about peeling back the tracing paper, undressing the pictures. Rapunzel's hair is cut. The eagle plucks out his heart. The princess pricks her finger.
Okay, so Glazier's Eric, and now we have hair. I'm so intrigued by the hair thing because that was out of the blue. Why does she have a guitar? What?
What kind of hairs?
Random.
You want me to play something?
I guess. This is a 2-minute one.
It's a great guitar player. Okay. Probably needs tuning. No, it's okay. How about a traditional ballad? Should be right up your street. There were two sisters came walking by the sea. Oh, the wind and the rain. The eldest one pushed the other one in. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. See, they both had a love for the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. But he only cared for the youngest.
You see?
One. Oh, the dreadful wind.
The sisters or either... I don't know if they're twins or double personalities.
Her sister fair. Oh, the wind and the rain, with a pretty little face and a long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
He liked girls with blonde
Pushed
hair.
her in and held her down. Oh, the wind and the rain, watched her as she slowly drowned.
Eve.
Oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
That was a story from before.
And she floated down. Oh, the wind and the rain, floated till a ship came by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Out comes the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. Father dear, here swims and swans. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And then it gets really weird, so I think that's a good place to stop.
The Wind and Rain, traditional ballad. Good achievement. But that makes me think, So what I'm predicting, I feel like is true, but it's still confusing if she's a twin or if she's like double personality. We should save that one because it mentions sister, which we should search. Blonde, the type that she likes, and I think we're good there. We could still search up glaciers. We should search up glaciers. You see? There we go. Wait, it wasn't even the one that she's... Okay, let's just get into it.
Diane is really nice. She helps out with the glaziers, organises
Diane.
Christmas party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids. She used to look out for me when I worked there.
Diane. That's a new name. How do you spell it? Diane. You got a new name.
I did. Well, we met when we were 17, both working at the glaziers.
Okay, we knew that. We knew that.
We couldn't afford our own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at the glaziers. That was Eric's generosity. We
Eric
lived
again.
Dad. They had a spare room for us and the baby, if it came. It was a nice change, time to myself, living there for those months, full of hope. No, everyone loved Simon. He's a glazier, he doesn't have much money. I don't know. I don't know.
That didn't tell us much. Okay, so Eric, search up that name. Oh, more.
He was wearing a shirt.
Oh, that helps. He was wearing a
A
shirt.
turtleneck shirt and jeans. He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric. He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat, like Paddington Bear. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house.
Okay, that might be important. What he wore before leaving.
Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier. The van
Cavalier.
he uses for work. It's owned by Eric, but we look after it. Both of them are there now, parked in the street. I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back.
So the Cavalier's gone. So it has to be important.
Yes.
Cavalier. Alright, that car has to be important.
Yes, that would be in his wallet. It's a Visa, a silver one. He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so he usually pays with cash, but Eric convinced him to get one. Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other, especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane?
Diane, there we go. You see, that name appeared again. Okay, Diane. We had to search up Diane and Cavalier and sisters. Diane.
Yeah, that's Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time, you must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
Glasgow. It's Glasgow. Glasgow. What is Glasgow? I don't even know if that's a word.
Not really. He would go to the pub. He had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house. Sometimes Eric, his boss, and his wife would come over for dinner. That would be us returning the favour. Diane is a really good cook, into her trendy ingredients. And the last time Simon cooked something off MasterChef, he got the recipe off CFAX, and I did my Lloyd Grossman bit, commenting from the sidelines. I had to find fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel?
Okay, the fact that I've got an achievement for fennel feels like I should put that down.
Simon and Eric arguing? No, I can't imagine they'd be arguing. And they get on so well. Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist. But I don't know. You should ask Diane.
Alright, that's everything for Diane. Glasgow is something Cavalier. Let me search up sister first. There we go. I knew it would be important.
When she went home, Simon had a birthday tea waiting. Afterwards, she told Simon about me, told him I was pregnant. She wanted me to move in with them, this sister he didn't know she had. She knew that instant. The look on his face.
What? Now I'm more confused. What?
She sent him out the house, kicked him out, called me up, crying, and I went round. I guess I had a feeling I could hear something was wrong in her voice, but I wasn't sure what it was. She called me sister on the phone. She never calls me that.
So they're two different people, but they look like the same person. This has to be the same person. I think it's just double personalities.
My sister is gone.
What?
And she's never coming back.
Crazy. Okay, crazy statement. Okay, next important one. Cavalier. Their car. Only time she mentions it. Okay. Glasgow. Only time she mentions it. Fennel. Blonde. That's another word. Blonde. One that we haven't seen.
This other person doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything. Have you looked at the cat flap?
Blonde wig. Wig. Okay, interesting. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We got some more evidence.
A wig? You mean... But what type of wig? No, I've never worn a wig. What kind of wig?
That's the second time she's asked what kind of wig. Whoa, this one's almost 2
The
minutes.
parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard.
The
I
attic.
suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognized me, I started wearing a wig. Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant. But I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers. Drunk guys I'd met in clubs, parks and alleyways.
What?
I was 17. It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD. When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it.
Double personalities.
We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
Oh, why do Capolites pregnancy? Did I know I spelled that wrong.
This was about 9. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry, the kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise. I had my wig on from performing and she tore it off. Eventually, we grew tired of fighting and I left.
Interesting. Pregnant was important. Another thing I want to search. Fighting. No. Pregnant? Wow, that's a lot of new ones. Pomegranate.
Got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room. And they decided we should get married.
Interesting. So, actually, I want to save that one because parents. Maybe if I search keyword parents, that could be important.
Yes, I'm fine. I won't be sick again. This happens some days. I'm pregnant. It's morning sickness.
She keeps claiming she's pregnant.
Well, yes. He found out on my birthday. I told him I was pregnant. When I arrived in Glasgow, I was exhausted. The streets were empty. I was driving badly. And I hit a taxi. Not a big crash, just paintwork. The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me. But when I told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine. The hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car.
Did I spell Glasgow wrong? Oh, I did. Oops.
I got in the car and I drove. I just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow. I was so tired. I just had to sleep. Yes. I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from the payphone, and then headed back. No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning.
Interesting. Okay. Parents was important too. Parents. Oh, we got more.
No. I lost the baby. I had a miscarriage at 8
Wait.
months. We carried on living at Simon's parents until, well, it was only a few months after. Then my parents died.
Whoa.
It was the worst year of my life. A miscarriage and then my parents.
Miscarriage. That's definitely important.
I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back, me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, a dollhouse in the attic, old things.
I don't think I've searched up Dollhouse yet.
For a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
I haven't searched up Dollhouse. I should probably search that up. That's been mentioned and pretty important stuff.
Yes. I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we still have in the attic. It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play up there and make up our own stories. The legal stuff was completed very quickly. Hannah moved back in with Simon. Eric gave Simon the week off to help with the move. He decorated, modernised wallpaper, curtains. Hannah insists the attic be left as it was, dollhouse and all. Simon never went up there.
Miscarriage. That was really important. Miscarriage.
Yeah. They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed.
Wait,
days.
what?
No one had noticed. Just awful. It was so soon after my miscarriage.
Oh, the
The last
parents.
year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that it was just like, fuck.
Okay, that was the parents dying.
Yeah. I was infertile. Thought I was. They told me I was infertile after the miscarriage because of complications.
Infertile. Wait. That was important. Why did I not think of that? Infertile. That's important that she's not fertile.
Hannah had a miscarriage. This was late in the pregnancy and it left her infertile. Felt like the universe had corrected its course.
Why are you smiling?
We were aligned again.
What?
But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They were married. Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school.
And then what? Infertile.
I think it was that time, the first time at the house, in his bed, that I got pregnant. Amazing, right? This fucking magic sperm.
Crazy.
And they say lightning doesn't strike twice. I didn't tell him. I missed 3 periods. I had pretty irregular periods anyway, but 3. I had always thought we were infertile. Both of us. I didn't tell him. Just waited. Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday and I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both. think she was.
Oh my, this is making me so confused. I'm going through like, I don't even know what's going on. Oh, I just realized, Southeast, what? Database checker, what's this? One volume missing? What is going on? Okay, what can we realistically search next?
Magic spell.
Wait, she's mentioned birthday multiple times. She's mentioned birthday multiple times. There we go.
Yes, that's my birthday. Not one of the big ones, but I guess you can see that.
Okay.
It was my birthday, like you said. We were going to have a meal at home. We had our meal. He gave me his present. I guess I didn't like the present.
Presents. What was the present that you didn't like?
From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up. Simon was already up and he made me birthday breakfast of Eggs Benedict. We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later. I got to work, had some birthday cake, children sang me happy birthday. Then I came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. It turned into a big argument. Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could.
The baby.
Space to think. So I left.
The baby. We haven't searched up the baby before, or like baby, so we should definitely search that up.
A week or so ago. It would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
That didn't matter. Present. Present was something important.
It wasn't the present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while. The present was a mirror. A nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story.
Mirror.
He made it specially for me.
A mirror. Interesting.
About 8 years back. It was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have 1 cup.
There's the word the baby again.
Her story is that she'd waited
The baby.
to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present. Another mirror. Just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her.
Whoa.
So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off.
What? Okay. Who are we talking about now? Hannah? Did Hannah pretend to be Eve, which is herself, but she pretended to be Eve, talked to the husband, and the husband gave her a mirror again? What? Okay, let's search up baby. Oh, 3. Let's search up mirror
We
afterwards.
spent the wedding night in a hotel in Brighton. It would have been too much to do more. We were saving for the baby. It was wonderful to be in a hotel, away from home, just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday.
That might be important.
We spent the
Brighton.
wedding night in a hotel.
Brighton. That might be important.
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Simon's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff we never needed, and I never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags. Pulled them open, saw the body. I screamed, and that's when I called the police.
Wait, what? Saw the body?
Yes. It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible. I don't know what he... I mean, I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
Body. Okay, what?
The bruise.
This is like everywhere
I
and
have
like...
a really fast metabolism,
man.
so stuff like that just comes and goes. I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policemen. I found the body.
The body, what?
His body didn't look real.
Is the husband dead then?
His throat.
Cut open.
It looked like his throat had been cut.
No way. She killed him.
And I didn't see his glasses. It's these thick glasses. It doesn't always wear.
She killed him. I knew it. She killed him.
Really?
Oh my word, listening to this damn. What?
Yes, he made a fiddle bow of her long blonde hair, on the dreadful wind and rain. And he made fiddle pegs of her finger bows, on the wind and the rain. Yes, he made fiddle pegs from her finger bows, on the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle out of her breast bone, on the wind and rain. The sound could pierce a heart of stone, on the dreadful wind and rain. But the only tune that the fiddle could play was, oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, the only tune that the fiddle could play was, oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
Yo, that was all me, guys.
Thing really used as evidence against you.
Wait, what did they say at the end? Hold up, what did they say at the end?
Used as evidence against you.
Interesting. She mentioned fiddle multiple times too, which was weird.
I tried. I tried to get pregnant too, but it didn't happen. I slept with so many boys, men. My body refused. I think my period stopped because hers had. I was pretty ill. I mean, how could we stay the same now? Felt like Hannah had really fucked things up. Set us down separate paths. We had become different.
Mirror. That has to be important.
The mirror. I can't remember. I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think.
No, you broke it and cut your husband's
I haven't
neck.
used it since.
You broke it and cut your husband's neck.
Silverleaf? No. He normally silvers them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
Huh. What can we search up? Cut, maybe? Like, I feel like we're getting there. We're getting to the answer.
Mother wanted me to grow my hair long, but I kept cutting it myself. I wanted to look like my reflection. She always had short hair when she was little. Mother would hide the scissors, but I would find a way. Cut it with a bread knife, something like that.
How do you cut your hair with a bread
My
knife?
reflection would always leave her house and go on adventures, but I never could. Mother taught me at home, and I had books and TV. TV was magical, but it was only on when it wanted to be, so I spent a lot of time reading books.
Trapped once again. Throat?
On his throat. How? Like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in, saw Simon. He was on the floor of the living room. His throat had been cut.
Simon died.
There was a lot of blood. Yeah, he was dead.
What if I just straight up go like, you killed Simon?
What did your wife do? She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there.
Oh.
I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
Okay, that didn't really tell me much, but like, see? Dead. Maybe dead.
That's all that matters, really. The baby. Simon's dead. But the baby, that's how he will live on. Our baby. You're reaching here. Oh, I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone.
I don't believe you.
Simon is dead. But I have my baby to care.
You killed him.
Why are you trying to make me sad? Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs? You cheated on your wife. Is this your thing? It was supposed to be a secret. Just because Simon is dead doesn't mean I have to give up all his secrets. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to Simon. No one murdered my husband because he cheated his expenses for a romantic weekend in Oxford.
Whoa. Oxford, that's important. Oxford, okay. She thinks he cheated, or he did. I don't know.
Rehearsed? You ask me the same question, you'll get the same answer. Is that your evidence? Of course I thought about what happened then. It's all I've thought about. My husband is dead.
Oxford. Oxford. What is this? How's it going down there? You done? I don't know, man. Can I enter? I don't know. Nah. Okay, I'll hang a bit longer. Buzz when you're ready. Let's search up this Oxford thing, and then I'll call this person, I think.
There was a conference. Something to do with double glazing. In Oxford? Are you sure? What would he be doing in Oxford if there was no conference? I remember calling him. He said it was boring and he spent most of the time at the bar.
Okay, yes. Good, so you think you understand why your mother did what she did? Wait, what? No? That's understandable, Sarah. You can always come back again. I'll be outside. Log off and meet me over the road. Wait, we're the daughter! We're the daughter! Quit. We're the daughter! We're the daughter! What? Okay, that's crazy. I still don't understand why she killed her husband, but like, maybe because she was crazy? Or she had double personalities? I don't know, man. Wow, that was so good though. That was like actually so good. This is gonna be a long video. Well, if you guys want to see more of that later on, make sure we get some likes and subscribe. And tell me down in the comments if you want to see this again, a part 2 of finding out what really happened, maybe? I think we kind of have like something, an idea of what happened. But that'll be all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this in the future. And goodbye.
Estaba limpiando la cama para dormir, pero no sé estas cosas de dónde salen, parce. Y acabé este ajo. O sea, yo para qué, no entiendo este ajo que hace ahí. ¿Con qué sentí? Y el conde Milo, ¿es Edward o Jacob? No lo sé. Pero mi vida corre riesgo con sus colmillos punzantes. ¿Cómo murió Santo Domingo? No puede ser. A base de Milo Drácula. Personalmente espeluznante. Lo toco y me convierto.